introduce myself. My name is Lexi Pitcher. I am the Assistant Director of Marketing here for Pheasant Lane Mall. I want to thank you guys so much for coming in. I'm just getting my speech ready here. Where is she? All right, so I would like to welcome you and thank you all for joining us this morning for the long-awaited Nashoba Valley Tech Mural Unveiling. We appreciate you coming to support the students who have worked so hard on creating this stunning piece of art for Pheasant Lane Mall. Thank you all for making this possible. The unveiling ceremony is meant to honor the design and visual communication students for their unwavering determination and dedication to taking this vision and turning it into reality. Pheasant Lane Mall is so excited about the growing partnership with Nashoba Valley Tech. What was originally an advertising opportunity with the school has evolved into a much deeper relationship, working together to create fantastic content for the mall and creating that necessary real-life situations for the students. It's been a beautiful integration for Pheasant Lane Mall, Nashoba Valley Tech, and our community, and we look forward to developing it further. For the past 4 months, I've had the pleasure of working with Ann Hadley, Nathan Miharg, and the design and visual communication students to plan and execute this mural. In February, the students visited the mall to evaluate the space and brainstorm. Afterwards, they drove around the city of Nashua for inspiration to create an idea that would fully encompass the spirit of Pheasant Lane Mall and Nashua. In March, Nathan and his students nailed down a fantastic sketch to provide us with. And in April, the class started sketching on the barricade, and it seemed almost so surreal that the process was finally kickstarting. It was no longer a vision or a design on paper, it was becoming real. In May, the painting had begun, and the mural was coming together day by day. Finally, it would be something that would amaze and engage our shoppers for many years to come. And here we are in June with the finished piece of art, a permanent reminder of the academic and professional milestone. This accomplishment is definitely one for the portfolio. I want to thank you all so much for your time, your talent, and your tenacity, especially with all the time constraints, to create this gorgeous mural. Congratulations on the completion. So now I would like to introduce Alan Smith, our General Manager here at Pheasant Lane.
Thank you, Lexi. I'd like to welcome everyone to Pheasant Lane Mall on this exciting day. We get to finally unveil to the entire community what's an absolutely beautiful mural. You know, one of the things I've learned over the years is that at times in life, we start down a path, never really knowing where that path will lead us. The relationship with Nashoba Valley Technical School is a wonderful example of that. The relationship started out when Nashoba Valley Technical School was advertising their open house enrollment on one of our larger-than-life sky banners in the food court. From there, discussions started to take place on ways that the school and the mall could work together to create opportunities for the students, the community, and the mall. Those early discussions turned into the first collaboration between Nashoba Valley Technical School and the mall. During the holiday season, the school suggested having some of their television media students come into the mall and film about gift ideas for the holiday season. Everyone on the mall side was excited to work with the school and to work with the students. The students were so serious and so professional in putting together a quality program, and our tenants loved working with them. After our first experience with the students and staff, we were interested in expanding our relationship with the school. When the school came up with the idea of having students do a mural in the mall, I thought that it was such a perfect opportunity to add excitement to a boring wall adjacent to this seating area. More than adding excitement to the wall was an opportunity to bring the community into the mall and make Pheasant Lane Mall unique and different from every other mall. It gave students the opportunity to showcase their talents outside of the classroom so the entire community can see how talented the students at Nashoba Valley Technical School are. Lexi and the representatives from Nashoba Valley Technical School have been discussing other opportunities for the students to showcase their talents. I know the students are working on making some Adirondack chairs, which will be a beautiful addition to this area right in front of the mural. The marketing students are going to be working with a few of our local retailers on ways that they can better market their business. When you see the quality of the work the students have done to date, it's hard to not be excited at the prospect of continuing to work with students, teachers, and staff at Nashoba Valley Technical School, and to see the talents they can bring to the mall and our community. It's been exciting to watch the development of this relationship. Thank you for the wonderful gift to the community. I know everyone passing this area will stop and admire your incredible work. This is really a centerpiece to the mall. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alan. So I would now also like to introduce the fantastic superintendent, Dr. Denise Pigeon, and the Nashoba Valley Tech principal, Mr. Jeremy Slotnick. My apologies.
Thank you, everyone, and welcome. Again, I think that what you're seeing today is an unbelievable example of the power of partnership. As you know, what we do at Nashoba Valley Tech is provide real-world experiences for students in their learning process, and we can't do that without the many wonderful business partners that we have. So thank you to the leadership at the mall for providing all of these amazing opportunities for our students, and I look forward to many partnerships to come. And thank you to our staff for all of the hours of hard work, in particular Mr. Miharg for all that he's done to continue this partnership through some challenging times. He still was able to make sure that this came to fruition before the end of the school year. And congratulations to the many students that participated. I'm just very proud of all the hard work. So thank you and congratulations.
So a lot of people stole my thunder already. Most of what I was going to say I think has been said. But just arriving here and looking around, I am so impressed just by how many people we have, so many families. I see a lot of our seniors who already graduated and, to be honest, could be off at the beach on this beautiful day, as well as a couple of our postgraduate students. It's a real testament to how much they care about what they do and how much our teachers in our school really create a family and create something important in people's lives that lasts well beyond high school. So that being said, thank you again for having us. I feel like this was such a great opportunity for our students. We talk all the time about them having a chance to really be hands-on, and you don't get much more hands-on than being here in the mall creating this. In addition, there's a lot of creativity in that program, and this is as creative as it gets. It's beautiful, it's colorful, the imagery is fantastic. Also, thank you to the mall for allowing us to have this recognition as a school and for our students to really be recognized. I am always impressed with our students and our teachers and how they're able to follow through to complete a project. And I feel like this is so much more than even just artwork. You know, it's really a project management project. And our teachers in that program talk all the time about how we're getting you ready to actually be able to work with clients and to see a project through. And this was that in a lot of great ways. You know, they created a vision, they worked directly with the client to make sure that the vision was what the client wanted. They worked as part of a team. There were logistics, there was transportation, there were materials to gather, and they had a deadline they had to meet, and all of those things happened. And I can't think of a better way for our students to have that training that's really gonna benefit them in their future. So I just wanna say that we are super proud, really impressed with your work, and thank you to everyone for coming out and showing these students that we are proud of them and we care about them and what they're doing is really meaningful and important and impressive. So thank you.
Thank you both so much for being here and for your speeches. It's truly a pleasure for us to work with the school. So next, I would love to introduce the talented, fantastic Nathan Miharg that I have worked with tirelessly for the past 4 months to create this.
Well, after mentioning stealing thunder, Mr. Slotnick proves himself to be the biggest thief of all, so thank you for that. And also, while I'm thanking people, thank you all for coming. This is a great day for my students. It means so much to have so many people here to share the excitement Obviously, thank you to the people from the mall who helped make this whole thing possible. Linnea, Lexi has been perfect at coordinating all of the activities involved. Tristan and Jim, who made sure that we always had what we need and had access to the facilities when we needed them. Mr. Slotnick mentioned that creativity is a big part of what we do, and of all the things we teach our students, creativity is the hardest part. Working on the mural, getting the paint up there, getting the drawings, the long hours, ultimately were not the most difficult things for these students to tackle. That came at the very beginning. What do we do? Van Gogh once said that artists all have a fear of the blank canvas, this space that you are responsible for doing something with, that not only says something, but makes people feel something. The amount of back and forth and brainstorming and sketching and ideas and occasional recriminations really led us a long way around to get to the ultimate idea that we settled on and decided to put up on the board. And while this was absolutely a group effort in all ways, I do want to single out one student for really sort of nailing down that final idea that gave us all that sense of, yes, that's the direction we're going in. Megan Hussey, thank you so much, but thank you to everybody else. Once we had the ideas, we got here, and the students learned what it is to actually work through a project in the middle. Once you've got the idea, you're excited. You can see it in your head, and in your head it's perfect because you haven't had to make all the little decisions along the way that have turned it into something real yet. And it's amazing how once you start to get specific, the idea in your head starts to feel less perfect. And you start to get a little bit antsy about it. All of my students felt it. I felt it. You're in the slog. You're in the middle. You're just sitting there, brushstroke after brushstroke. And you really have to keep in mind what it is you're working towards. The reason that we get excited about projects like this there are some lessons you simply can't teach in the classroom. A lot of times students, they work on an assignment and they think, why is this thing that I'm doing important? Why does it matter? Working on projects like this in the real world where other people are going to see them helps them see why it matters. And once you've done it once you see that it's possible to push through the tough times, to stay focused on the good idea and make it happen, it makes it much, much easier to do every other time you have to do it. So thank you for that. I also have to thank the people from Nashoba Tech, Superintendent Pigeon, and Mr. Slotnick, because obviously without their support, this could not happen. And finally, I of course want to thank our students who really put up with a lot of angst trying to get this thing done, but the look on their faces once they saw it finished enough that they could picture the full thing in their mind, it made it all worth it. So, thank you to everybody involved. Thank you all for coming. We really hope you enjoy the mural. Have a great summer.
Thank you, Nathan. And last but certainly not least, I would love to invite some of the design and visual communication students to say a little bit about it. So I'm so sorry if I pronounced this wrong. I would love to invite Alex Petraglia and Noah Silva.
I'd like to start off by thanking the people at Pheasant Lane Mall for giving us this opportunity to work outside of the classroom, because obviously sitting at a computer 6 hours a day is kind of rough, especially day to day. I'd also like to thank Mr. Miharg for putting in the work when necessary. Working on this project was much nicer than the classroom because we got to actually physically work on something that I know most of us are proud of and definitely happy to see done. But the mural we wanted was to convey a sense of community, and I feel through this whole project, us as a class felt much more closer together at the end of it. Thanks to the hours of effort we put in, As a group, we were able to make something I'm definitely proud of.
I would like to acknowledge the hard work that our class and Mr. Miharg put into this mural. The effort that we put into it, it was just remarkable because I think that we did an amazing job doing the sketching for this mural, coming up with the design, and it came out amazing once we started painting it. After spending 2 months brainstorming ideas, sketching, listening to Hannah Montana on the bus to the mall, and painting, I can proudly say that our hard work has paid off very well. It was an honor working with the wonderful people at the mall, including Lexi, Jim, Linnea, and many other people. Personally, I would be 100% willing to work in the mall like this again. This was amazing.
Thank you guys so much. I would also love to invite Nathan one more time to come up.
Sorry to do this to you again, but I left out a glaring omission when I was thanking people. Ann Hadley of JC Marketing Associates really put this whole thing together, acting as the go-between when our school and the Pheasant Lane Mall started talking about this. So, Ann, thank you so much. Tremendous work that we've done thanks to what you have put together. Also, I did want to mention one other thing. I talked about how these real-world things really make a difference in terms of what our students get out of what they learn. So there's a national competition called Skills USA where vocational students go and they compete in graphic design, in carpentry, in whatever shop it is they do. And our program, Design and Visual Communications, has 3 students going to the national competition in Atlanta in a few weeks. And TV Media, who's here filming the event, has 2 students going to nationals. And there are 3 other students in the school as well. We would ask very humbly if you could help us fund their trip to Atlanta, Georgia, with the airfare and the hotel and everything, by supporting Skills USA at Nashoba Tech. We have some postcards and posters of the mural for sale at this table for anybody who's interested. We also have a QR code that goes to a donation page. Every little bit will help. So please consider helping support Skills USA at Nashoba Tech. And thank you for the retread.
So now the moment that we have all been waiting for the past 4 months is we are going to rip down these drapes and finally show off this gorgeous mural. All right, so on the count of 3. All right, 1, 2, 3. You should all be tremendously proud of yourself for all of your hard work, your dedication, pushing through all of the time constraints, all of the frustrations. This is absolutely stunning. I don't think it could have come out better. It completely embodies the spirit of this mall, of Nashua, with that little Nashoba Valley Tech twing to it. So also now I would like to invite the students, Mr. Alan Smith, the superintendent and principal, to come on up. We're going to do the ribbon cutting. You want to? We're going to pose for a little photo op first.
Sure.
So in closing, I also want to point out, can you believe that these students have never painted before on this scale until this? Okay? So we are so amazed and so proud of this work done. It's absolutely astounding to see the process from brainstorming to the final product firsthand. Make sure to spread the word about this beautiful piece of artwork to your friends and family. It's a great opportunity to engage your friends, your peers, families, and even our shoppers. The mural is a perfect backdrop for selfies and photo ops, and it truly shows the talent of Nashoba Valley Tech students, and we can't wait to see what else you do. Congratulations once again, and thank you for leaving your mark on Pheasant Lane Mall. I also just want to say, make sure that you hashtag, so everyone can see. We always have our hashtag tax free here in New Hampshire. Always tag Nashoba Valley Tech, Pheasant Lane. Get the word out there. Get as many people as we can to come and see this art. And now I am proud to announce that the Nashoba Valley Tech mural is now open to the public. Thank you.